Hello everyone, what's up? Today we are going to learn how to make a command line interface by using Node.js. For example, on Windows or Linux, you just need to open terminal. On Windows you have PowerShell and command line, but in Linux we have terminal. Both are same. You just need to follow my commands. You just need to command player. You can make the all commands completely custom by yourself. Okay, this is the command I have made, that is player. It's showing the information about this command uses. This is the uses of command. We have two option, that is V for version and S for help. Let's try player S. We are getting all help regarding this player command. Let's try version, player dash dash version. Either we can use dash dash version or we can use dot uppercase V. Both are same. We'll get the version of our player command. Now let's try this three command. We have show, set and help. This three command. Okay, let's at first try show. Player show. Actually, let me make this little bit bigger so you can show properly. We can show a array of our player. We have few object of our player. First player name is Virat Kohli and the game type of Virat Kohli is cricket, and we have Gail for cricket, and we have Lionel Messi. The game type is football. We can add those player manually by ourselves. We can remove those player from this list. So let's try that. For that we need to use the set command. This is the set command, player set. We can see in set command we have two subcommand, that is add and remove. Let's try add first. Player set add. It will ask you for enter the player name. So let's enter a player name, Erling Haaland, and by using encoder we are getting this little input menu. From here we can select the player game type, enter the game of the player. By pressing up and down key we can select the player game type. Let's select football. You see on the list of 6 index number we can see the Erling Haaland has been added and the game type is football. That means it's working perfectly. Let's remove one player from this list. So for that we need to use the command player set remove. It's saying enter the index number which you want to remove. In index number 0 we have Virat Kohli. In index number 3 we have Lionel Messi. And all of the index we have 6 length. That means we have 6 player. Let's remove this Cristiano Ronaldo from here, and it has the index number of 4. So let's input 4, and you can see we have no longer access to Cristiano Ronaldo on our player set. And for this command line interface, the source code will be totally free. You can get this repository link from the description below. And for this tutorial you can use any text editor. I recommend you to use Visual Studio Code. That is fantastic. And of course you need to install Node.js on your machine, whichever machine you are using, Windows or Linux, that doesn't matter. You just need to install Node.js. Okay, enough talking, let's get started. At first I am going to create a new folder. Folder name will be Node.js CLI, command line interface. Now open Visual Studio Code and add folder to workspace. Add the folder which you have created recently, and here I am going to open my terminal, new terminal. This is the project we have made, Node.js CLI. We are going to write all of the command inside our inbuilt terminal of Visual Studio Code. So let's do it. At first we are going to initialize our Node.js project. At first it's asking for package name. The name we will give here, that will be our command. So let's do it. Player, name of our package is player version 1.0.0, endpoint index.js, repository. Okay, perfect. Now let's create a folder with name of bin. Inside bin we are going to make player.js, and at first let's console this out. Player.js hello, save it, and now we can run by using node bin player and tab. It will auto complete your command, and it's saying player.js hello, but we don't want to run every time this player.js. We want to run just player command, so it will automatically go to bin folder and run this player.js. So let's do it. At first go to Google and search for package.json. From here you can see some instruction. You should read all of the documentation they have given here. Now from the right hand side, table of contents, click on bin. We have made a bin folder. Now we need to specify where the bin is located. So path to program, just copy this line and open your package.json file. From here below this main we should paste here with a comma, and this is the path to the program. So we will use path of our program, bin /player.js. Now we need to do one more thing, that is npm link. We need to link this command to our project so we can run the player command globally. Before that, if you are using Linux, you need to use root privileges, or if you are using Windows, then you should run your PowerShell or command prompt as administrator. Just run as administrator and you are ready to go. I think this should work without administration privileges on Windows, but if that doesn't work, then try with run as administrator with your PowerShell, and once again try with your command line. Okay, now let's run the command player. We can see syntax error, unexpected token, something went wrong with here. We are getting error because of this. Please make sure your file reference in bin start with this, otherwise the script has started without the node executable. So making node executable, we need to use this line. Just copy and paste it at the very top of our script. Okay, make sure that this is very top in the line number 1, so it will work perfectly. Save it. Once again run the command player. It's saying player.js hello. That means the console log is working. Now we need to install a packages, that is Commander. By using Commander, we will use all of our command. Commander npm. Installing Commander is very simple. Just click here for copying your Commander and Ctrl+Shift+V for Linux. Ctrl+Shift+V on your terminal and press enter. Let me check documentation of Commander. It's saying, what is Commander.js? The complete solution for Node.js Command Line Interface. By using Commander, we can set some description of our command. We can set command, we can or make some option and something like that. Once you have installed Commander, let's require this const program is equal require Commander. And let's use program dot. At first we'll set the version of our command of our package. Version will be 1.1.1. after that, let's use, every time we use this Commander, this program, we need to pass this process dot argv. Okay, let's try it out on terminal. Just write player and it's saying same thing, but let's try player version. This time it will say the version of 1.1.1. let me show you one more thing. Let's change the command player to player on, save it, and now this will work. But when we say npm link sudo for Linux user, let's try player on, both are working. That means they made both the command for us. Let's remove this player on and try this link once again, and player on, this still working. That means it has registered. Now let's use some command. Let me make it little bit precise. Ctrl+Shift+I for reformatting your code on Linux, and Shift+Alt+F for Windows. Command, let's use the command. The command will be show comma. This is asking for option of commands. We can set some description here. Show all player informations. Save it once again. Let me comment out this console log. Once again, use the command player. It's saying usage of player. This is the option we have help and version command. We have show command. Now show all the player information. Let's use the command player show. We get an error. It's saying player show does not exist. When you use a command show, it will looking for this file player-show. So we need to make that file to use the command. Let's make it player-show.js. console log something, so we can make sure that it is working the correct file, showing all player informations. Save it once again, run the same command player show. It's saying show all player information. That means okay. Next, create a folder inside root folder, that is data. Inside data, let's create a file player-data, where we are going to create a object of some player in a array. So let's do it. Const all player is equal, this would be an array. Inside array we will have few object of a player. First object will be player name Lionel Messi, comma game will be football. Okay, next just copy this object and paste it below few more times and change the name and game type. Once you have made array of your player object, then you need to export this out. For that, just use module.export is equal all player. Okay, now go to player show, where we are going to show all of our player we have in our array. So here we are going to require this file const all player is equal require, specify the file we have made where our player data is located. Okay, now instead of showing all player, just use this all player. Once again use the command player show, it will show all of the player we have on our player set. Okay, next we are going to make one more command. Let me copy this, paste it below. This would be set and it will have a description of add or remove player from player set. Now we have one more command, player help. Here we have one more command, we have set command, but the description of set command is add or remove player from player set. Let's use the command player set. It will say we need to create a file of player set. Just copy the name and create a file player set.js. Here we are going to set our player, we are going to add or remove player. So before that we need to include our Commander.js program require commander. Now next we will set program dot command. The first command will be add. This should be a string with a single or double quotation mark, add. Okay, in npm.js just search for Commander.js. Here you can see some more option you can find. This is the option. This is, let me copy this line, as we always need to pass the file at the very bottom. Let me pass it very bottom, and let me use this example. We can use a description, we can use a action. All we can do here, description would be a string. It will say add player to player set, and we will also have an action. So when someone type this command, it will do something. The action is a callback function, so we need to use a function. In function we will return a console log adding player to player set from action. Okay, let's try it out. Does it work or not? Save it and use the same command we have used previously, player set. It's saying player set option command. We need to use, we have two command inside player set. We have add command, so let's use it. Player set add. It will say adding player to player set from action. That means we are console logging this. Let me copy this program and paste it below for remove. This would be our remove player from player set. Save it. Once again use the command player set remove. It will say removing player to player set from action. Next, I want to make this function outside of this player set file, so it will look more cleaner. So let's make a folder, commands. Inside commands we will have a file with the name of set. Start with uppercase because this is a class based file. Class set, and we'll have two functions inside our set. First one is add, and this is a asynchronous function. And let me copy this. Actually, let's console log something. Add player, copy this and paste it below. We are going to use this function inside our player set, this file. Okay, in the place of this callback function we are going to use these two functions. This would be remove player. Once again, Ctrl Shift I for reformatting your code. For Windows user, you need to use Shift Alt F. Let's export this. Module.exports is equal name of your class or file, that is set, and let's include the set inside player set. Const set is equal require. We need to create a object of our player set. Commands /set. We need to create an object of our set, so let's do it. Const set is equal new set. This is the instance of our class, so we can use it in the place of action dot name of our function, that is add, and replace with set dot name of our function remove. Save it and try once again. Player set add. It said add player. This console log is coming from here, add player. Let's use remove player set remove. This remove player is coming from here as well. Now we need few more things. We need encoder. Encoder is input field from where we can enter some input inside our terminal and we can show the data inside our file. So search for encoder npm includer npm. To be sure with spelling, so I am checking on npm.js. Sorry, not here on the terminal. Just Control Shift V for pasting on Linux terminal. For Windows, you can just use Control V as usual. Once includer has been installed, you need to require this const includer is require includer. One more thing we need to install colors, so we can colors our text inside terminal. Let me include the color as well. Colors is equal require colors. We need to include one more thing here, that is our player data. Const player data is equal require double colon for bracket data / player data. Actually, let's make it player, add player or remove player, so it will be more specify. And let me replace inside player set as well, add player, remove player. Now inside set, let's console log everything from here. Okay, from player data dot for each, since it is a array, so we need to use loop. It will take two parameter. You can see first one is value and second one is index number. So value, this is value comma index, and this is a callback function console log. At first we are going to console log our index with a comma. We also need to console log our value. Save it once again, run the command player set, then remove. It's showing all the player we have with the array. Actually, let me make this length log player data dot length, so it will show how many player we have. Length. Next we are going to use our includer. Const index number is equal includer. Since this returns a promise, so we need to use await dot prompts, and it's saying it will ask a question, initial answer and potential. Let me show in the documentation. They use as an array, and inside array place your question here. Okay, so let's use that array here, and inside array we'll have a object. First parameter will be type. This is type of number. We want number input. Next name would be player. Next message, what message we want to show to the user when he inputs something. Once you do this, next we are going to use the same functionality. Before that, let me console log a line break. Player data array, we are going to remove on player. For that, we need to use a function splice, splice. First the start number, that is index number, and since this index number is in array format, we need to specify by using player. We can specify player comma player mean this name. Okay, this name should be matched with this. And the next option is for delete count. How many item you want to delete? I want to delete only one item. Okay, once it is removed, once again we want to show the player data. So let's use this line. Once again, use the command player set remove. It is asking for enter the index number which you want to remove from player set. Let's enter the number of 2. This 2 has Chris Gale, so let's enter true, and you see there is no Chris Gale inside this player set. Okay, here let me style something equal. Let's do a color cyan. It will look better. Next operation we are going to do, we are going to add a player. So it is very much similar to remove player. So let me copy this and paste it here as well in below this console log. Ctrl Shift I for reformatting your code. We don't want to show the all player at the very top. Let me remove this length as well. We don't need this. We want 2 input field and player name. It will ask for enter player name, enter player name to add to player set. Let me copy this object and paste it below. It will ask you one more question, and this is type of list. In list we will have 2 options, choices. We will have 2 choices, and these choices should be inside a array. Choices are football, comma cricket. You can make more, but I am going with 2. Select player game, and in the place of splice this would be push. We want to push new player, let's make this inquirer prompt new player. Okay, let's try it out. Player set, we have 2 commands inside player set. We have add command and remove command. We have used remove command few times. Let's use add command this time. Player set add. It's asking for enter player name to add to the player set. Player name will be Erling Haaland. Here is the problem. We could not make the same name for both input field. Let's make this game save it once again. Player set add, player name would be Erling Haaland. We have the select option. We can press up or down button to select any of the game. Say let's select football. We can see we have player with name of Erling Haaland and game of football. Previously we had 7 object, but this time since we have added Erling Haaland, now we have one more. Okay, that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. If you want to learn more about Node.js and PHP, we have some tutorial on my channel. Please check out. Thank you for watching.